Hello and welcome to another Dark Tide video. I have for you today an improved version of my psyker build that I had a while ago. The one I had before was okay and all. If you're new or, wanting a different build that works okay, that's a good one. You can watch that. But this one I think is just a direct upgrade. I think I didn't know as much as what I was doing before with Psyker, but I've been playing Psyker a lot more and I've figured out what has helped me the most. Um, so for the Force Sword, still the Demios, but I've made some changes. Instead of those different, dodging blessings, I chose Uncanny and Executor. Obviously, you want to dump resistance, you want to do carapace, and then you want to do weak spot damage. Um, but unrending strike is very important, and I'll show you in a second. And with this one, the Inferno Staff, you want to dump warp resistance, flak armored enemies, increase critical chance strike. But I switched out Penetrating Flame for Blaze Away. Now this will be important too, because it combines with Uncanny Strike really well, and it's I think just better than Penetrating Flame DPS wise. Now for my curios, for all of them, I basically just chose toughness, combat ability, health, and more toughness. Um, and the talent tree is also very different, as I'll show you later. Um, I chose to keep like not use this one, Quietude, because you usually aren't getting a lot of quell in this. You're not quelling a lot because instead of the venting streak, I'm choosing the shield because I think the shield is more helpful for the team. It basically ignores all range enemies, trappers, flamers, everything like that. I think it's more just useful in general. And I went down to the left here and chose this keystone because, and I'll show you what it does. I think I may have repeated myself there, but um, I chose perfect timing because it's just better than this one because one, you're getting critical hits a ton of the time. Two, it lasts way longer. And it's not dependent on your peril, so you can be at low peril and still do more damage. You also want metal because you're going to be doing a lot of critical, as I said. Um, but it gives you a bunch of toughness. So you don't actually have to outright kill things, which I think it struggled with uh my last build is outright killing things because you're using the fire staff and you're burning things down. You're not doing high DPS, but you're getting a bunch of things. So this helps with toughness. And obviously warp expenditure oh my god. Uh because you're going to be generating more peril than you're going to be quelling. And obviously, brain rupture and kinetic flare. Um, psychonetics aura for that reduced time. Come over here, get soul drinker for more critical chance. This keystone for more critical chance. This keystone for more damage reduction. As I said, the bubble. And basically everything was the same from last, which is you go here diagonally, just copy this, but instead of psychic vampire, I chose in Fire Reborn. Before I thought that you had to kill, which it says right here, you have to kill enemies for it to trigger. And here it seemed like it made more sense because allies would be killing things, but the way the game works, I found is as long as you put fire on them and your allies like kill them or you kill them, it procs more. Uh, and I think 10% is obviously bigger than 4%. So it's kind of misleading. But I also chose, instead of minus peril reduction, I chose this keystone because you get toughness over like 30% toughness over 5 seconds. So you're constantly regenning as long as you're killing elites, as this one does, or you're just killing trash enemies with your fire, you'll get warp siphon and then have toughness regen, which is pretty good. So this is basically my build, but I want to show you more. This keystone in particular is actually really useful, because it applies fire to everything around it, enemy that you kill, which is usually a elite. So if you kill an elite, it increases the stacks, and you may think that it only applies as many stacks as is maximum for the enemy. But if you kill a lot of these guys, right? You kill a lot of elites, you'll start to notice that this one has only 50, but as soon as this guy dies, it goes up to 100, and this was at 100, but now it's at 150. So it basically increases how much it applies, and can like perpetually, keep going with the brain burst. It procs that, which I think is kind of interesting. And the big difference is the uncanny strike. So you see, when you hit headshots, you get more rending. But what some people don't know is, obviously, it doesn't work well on carapace, right? But if you do this, it automatically hits the head, and as you can see, if I can get this guy back, apply burn. As you can see, it actually starts to do a good amount of damage. Maybe thinking to yourself, oh, but that's only like 300 damage, it's not, it's way better to just hit them. But that's assuming there's only one crusher. If there's only one crusher, obviously, you want to just, hit them like that. But it applies to everything. So if you were to, like, get all these armored enemies, and then, boom, hit a bunch of it, uncanny strike, as you can see, things are dying now. So usually the gameplay loop will be, you get a bunch of crushers, you'll flame them, and then you'll, just do that, and it'll kill a bunch of crushers. So that basically allows you to kill basically every single normal enemy in the game, no problem. Like, obviously, crushers, they have black armored, so they take a lot more damage to fire. And even though this says carapace, it does a lot of damage to this too. But what the problem is that, and also this penetrates through the shield, so it's like the shield not even there, which is insane. But the crusher would be your biggest issue. Usually you'd have your teammates go and take them out, but with this uncanny strike and this push attack, you're able to take out large groups of them really easily. And I think that's about everything. I've shown you which keystones are the most important, and the best way to use the gameplay loop that I've created. And I think this might be the best psyker build you can have. If you think you can do better, please share with me like what improvements I can make, but I think this one is the best one I've made anyways. See ya!